Good morning. We are seconds before the bell. You're going to get some dings. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding. Waiting to see if Rumble comes online. I do not want to have to start over, but I will. Uh-oh. Gosh darn it, bro. Rumble should be fine. High chance or succession? What is wrong with me? Ding, 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 ding. Come on, Rumble. There we go. We are live. I don't know that I can easily edit Rumble. Such a pain in the ass. Whatever. My description, market open, crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and focus. Not my ass. I need to update that shit, bro. Oh, shit, son. I was just thinking how the market was holding up. Wow. E-mini's down 50. That's not as bad. Am I reading this right? NASDAQ down 174. But Tesla down bad. All my stocks down bad. The futures were down way more and stocks were holding up. Now stocks are getting slammed and futures are okay. What the hell is going on, bro? Today marks an important day. I think free agency discussions and tampering can start. I don't think anything can be officially signed until Wednesday, but deals are in place, baby. Deals can get announced. I don't understand. Like deals are, I guess because it was a trade. All right. Let's relax. And because I'm itching to buy back in, but then I got a problem brewing. I'm kind of thinking just take my loss. I'm down 10 grand for the year now in the IRA. Thinking about just taking my loss in Tesla. It's a very small loss. And get rid of my puts. Because I want to buy back cheap. I can buy back cheap right now, already cheaper. EOS. We're not down too bad on that one. Only about 160. We put a strangle on and immediately got wrecked. We're down $206, bro. Irene, come on, Irene. I'm taking a bath. Meet Kevin. Like, how can you possibly be so wrong about it? I mean, I'm barely up on my LWLG. Might have to add back to that. I'm not adding back to shit right now, son. Sidhu, Ricky took me down on that one. E-minis down 60. We're going back. This was just a little dead cat. And you see some stories come out this weekend. Probably the most annoying one is Iran says we can't do this anymore and we want peace or whatever. Some shit along those lines, you know. But that's the president saying that, bro. That doesn't mean anything. The president can be completely overruled by the supreme leader. And it's the supreme leader that's clerics and religious and Allah and fight to the death, bro. They have not uttered once that they want to give up. The new supreme leader was picked yesterday, and he's still alive. So, I mean, they're changing up their game plan. You know what I'm saying? Because before they were in power less than 24 hours, out like 3 in a row. Well, I guess the original one, and then like 1 or 2 after. So, I mean, I wouldn't want to. That's a position I wouldn't want, bro. But they don't care because death is better than life. They have, they look forward to death. But it has to, like the Klingons, it has to be an honorable death. It's like the Holy Wars, bro. Back in when the Christians went around doing it for our Lord and Savior. Like that was a cause. That is a cause that people believe in. And I mean, they still believe in it now, but not like back then, bro. They were bloodthirsty for our Lord. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of anyway, I should shut up. I don't need a target on my back, bro. No, thank you, bro. All right, Tesla below 390. I'm down 1400. I'm gonna take a loss, I think. Do I really want to? Yeah, I do. I think it's gonna get worse. Okay. It's okay, bro. You take some losses here and there. If I'll be able to buy it back cheaper. I got some buying power. I was thinking I got a little like so I was looking, I was like, man, this shit's holding up pretty good. Tesla was 389. Wasn't down a whole lot when the futures were down 400. Tesla was only down like $6. 380, 390. And hit that a few weeks ago with some mini capitulation when I sold. And I'm just like, maybe the market has a little bottom going on here. And then I saw Benjamin Cohen a crowing, and he's like, oh, when the oil spikes, this is the huge indicator for a recession. 8 out of the last 10 times. He didn't say 8 out of the 10, but Grok did. So, he's saying the end of a business cycle. Vale's in the house. How you doing, brother? So that concerns me. End of a business cycle, recession. End of the business cycle is pretty vague, though, because the end of a business cycle means there could be one last hoorah. And that's scary on itself. Because the market takes off, you FOMO in, and get rug pulled. There's no such thing as a sure thing. Crude oil, a lot of people are ready to YOLO their life into it long. And yesterday it was up 30%, bro. Just out of control. But you saw a couple people on Twitter shorting this shit out of crude oil. I think the first time I saw it, that guy got wrecked. But he came back in heavier. And now he's eating. I mean, what's that shit called, bro? I'm brain farting. When you do the opposite of what everyone else is doing. Contrarian. Crude oil at 99. I'm not touching that shit. No, thank you. E-minis down 78, 79. NASDAQ down 280. Trump's has an announcement later today. Some rumors are like one. I don't know. One bro, the guy that always wins on Trump calls, but has a huge Bitcoin long. Some people think he's gonna announce like the end of the war or some like we're wrapping it up or I don't buy that for a second. Like he's dug in. He's bloodthirsty, bro. He is bloodthirsty. I think I think Iran needed to happen, as awful as it is. I think Cuba needs to happen, as awful, but I don't know, bro. He's getting a little. Am I getting a little bloodthirsty too? A little war hungry? Who's to say I'm right? Who's to say capitalism's right and communism's wrong? Maybe the people should be shackled. Maybe they're better off. Just majority, right? It's hard to have a majority when you're a communist or a supreme leader, supreme rule. It's hard to keep the crowd happy. All right, Tesla getting smashed. I love it. In fact, I'm muck love it. I'm ready for deals, bro. Like it sucks being in cash, waiting to buy, waiting for good times. We had good times for a long time, bro. There'll be good times again, but it was good times. Too good. Did my taxes yesterday just on a whim. I've been putting it off, lazy. Didn't want to mess with it, tired. I'm like, but I wanted to see how much I owed because I was afraid I was going to owe a lot. It wasn't that bad. Way better than expected. Took me about 2 hours. Used Coinly for my crypto. I'm fucking so done with crypto, bro. Bitcoin and that's it. Maybe a little bit of this and that and the third, but little. I'm not trying to. Too much of a and the taxes on it. Pain in the ass. 1099 DAs and you plug it all into Coinly and copy it over. It's not that bad with Coinly, but it's still a pain in the ass, bro. I don't like, and I bought the audit shit because if I get audited, I just plug shit into Coinly, plug shit into it and pray I didn't fuck up. I also plugged it into Grok. Grok said it looked good. Yeah, I'm I'm the product. I just gave Grok all kinds of information about me, bro. But I don't know. I see people on Twitter. I plugged my taxes into Grok and it saved me a bunch of money. Give me a break. Give me a piece of that Kit Kat bar, bitch. Silver down 40 cents. I'm not touching that shit. Gold down 70. Not touching that shit. What's Bitcoin doing? It was pumping. Oh, Michael Saylor bought Bitcoin. The first semi-intelligent buy I've seen Michael Saylor made in years. At least he's not buying it at the peak like he typically does. So I think he could have waited and bought it cheaper. Yeah. But again, he's learning at least. Usually he likes to wait till Bitcoin's screaming well into double all-time highs. Oh, I'm gonna smash by like a moron. End of the cycle. Yeah, usually for last 3 cycles, this is the end. This is usually when it quit, and I'm just gonna go YOLO it. It's fine as long as Bitcoin continues to go up, which I think it will, but it's not going to continue to go up like it has. Come on, you're going to be able to buy it cheap, and it's going to go up a decent amount. But it's a multi-trillion. I don't even know what it is. I don't know if it's multi-trillion now. It probably isn't. Bitcoin's one of those things now that I think it's a good idea to have not financial advice. It's 10 or 20% of your portfolio, but you want to buy it wisely. And in my opinion, wisely is going to be at the end of this year, in the fall. $1.38 trillion. It peaked at 2.5. When it's a multi-trillion asset, it's not going to continue to just like 2x its previous all-time high. Tom, what do you, bro? There's only 21 million. There's hardly any out there. There's hardly any left. Of course it's going to. Okay. Until you realize that that's just a psyop. Well, why would I say that? Because Bitcoin is divisible by 100 million. Go put 21 million times 100 million in your calculator. It's gonna, if you had a calculator in the 80s, it would end up with a fucking 1.0 with an error. It would error out. That's how big it is. There's more Satoshis than dollars. Everyone is saying fourth quarter. It might. It might. Bitcoin goes below, like if there's a capitulation event, you'll know. It'll be time to buy. If that happens, Bitcoin goes to 15,000 in May, I'm buying at least like 2 Bitcoin. Do I think that's going to happen? Probably not. Doesn't matter. It's fluid. You got to be nimble. Now's not the time to be buying. I know there's some people that'll tell you that the Bitcoin bottoms in. They don't think it's going much lower, but these same people said it wasn't going below 90,000, bro. They're going through the 5 stages of grief constantly. They're on Zoloft and Xanax, and the next capitulation will probably mark the bottom. I agree. It's just a matter when that happens. There's a lot on the calendar this week, I think. A bunch of PPIs and CPIs. CIRs, IPYs, CPIs, MMIs. Yeah, inflation, a bunch of inflation, a lot of stuff. GDP, personal spending, the CPI is the big one, I guess. But it's all cooked. The risk is it's not cooked and it's bad. Bitcoin's actually kind of pumping right now, but I mean, you see this chart, right? Oh, look at that green candle. Okay. Been plenty of them. The trend is still down. There's nothing happening right now that Bitcoin's an intelligent. The only thing happening that Bitcoin's an intelligent buy is it will be higher than this in the future. But it's most likely going to be a lot lower. I already own, don't get it. I'm not anti-Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's going to be fine. I've accumulated a decent amount of Bitcoin, but my average cost is like 25,000, bro. And I don't plan on selling it. I made a mistake last bull run. I only bought like a little bit of Bitcoin at 35,000. I bought some Bitcoin last bear market at 35,000. And then I bought a bunch of Cardano. Bought a bunch of Ethereum. Cardano didn't really work out. Ethereum worked out a little. I'm not making that mistake next time. Next time can be different where altcoins do good again. Cardano, I'm not betting on Cardano. I'm not betting on Solana. You can buy Solana in the bear market and you might be okay. I mean, if you bought Solana last bear market at $8 and sold at 300, you did good. You want to know how many people did that? Probably less than 1/10 of 1%. Night, I might buy some night. Might get it below a penny, which is dreaming, California dreaming. But I'm looking at load up on some night for cheap and maybe YOLO into a nice win. That's the one I'm eyeing for high risk, high reward. I'm not putting in a large percentage in my portfolio, but I'm looking to accumulate it. Do I think night will be successful long term? I don't think. I think no, but I think it could have a good run next time. Pick up some Sol at $30. I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't know that it's going to hit all-time highs again. Adoption is going to mean something next time. They ruined that last cycle pretty badly with all the amount of it was peak rug pulls with that dumb platform, and I think still exists. What's that shit? People would go on and get rid of a cat unless you bought their token. What was that shit called? I'm seriously brain farting. Pump.fun. That was peak rug pull, bro. It put a big smudge on crypto. The only legitimate use of crypto right now is prediction markets. I mean, put that in your pipe smoker. Tom, you can buy stocks on crypto. Okay. Who's buying stocks on crypto other than a couple nerds? It's like that you can go buy your Tesla with Bitcoin. Maybe 3 people did that. It's just you can buy your peptides with crypto. That's useful, but it's also a pain in the ass. Why Bitcoin, bro? Take USDC to my to my peptide companies. Not Bitcoin. That's a pain in the ass, bro. USDC's not that bad right now because of gas fees. I bet gas fees on Ethereum are cheap AF. I think it's cheaper than Cardano, to be honest. Cardano has so many problems, including their a lot of greasy developers and projects on there too. Lots of scams, lots of cons, lots of bullshit. Does anyone even... The situation has been pretty... We blew up some big oil refineries in Iran. Apparently the United States was like WTF on that one. And then a big energy plant in Tel Aviv got hit. I was like, I mean, if you attack a country just because you think they all live in mud huts, you think they're not going to especially when they're religious fanatics and they're getting assistance from China and Russia and have really good missiles. Do you think a few of your key sites might not get hit? Do you think you could just knock all the missiles out of the air? No, I don't even know what's going on. Like, it's still popping off in the Ukraine, right? Like, people forgot about that shit. What, a year and a half ago? Americans sentiment changed. They got tired of sending them money. The Cardano Kool-Aid sippers thought Charles' new haircut was going to... Oh, idiots. Troy Henderson will join the Cowboys. I mean, he's getting old, bro. You get maybe he's going to be going on the down climb. You gave up Micah. You're not. The Dolphins are releasing Tua and going to take a $99 million cap hit over the next 2 years. Or Pager, Jason in the house. It's going to be a waste of our time. It looked like I told it looked exhausted and sellers seemed to move to equities. What are you talking about? Oh, and Bitcoin, yeah. The Wire ended 18 years. Such a good show, bro. Like half this cast is dead now, bro. Who's that right there? I don't remember him. Life sucks, but I suck better. Humor makes female. It's my way on the highway. This is why 2.6 a RAM costs 900. That shit's getting old. That meme's worn out. It's my way on the highway. Why does everybody want to hate me? Cause hate. Ooh, Tesla continuing to go down. Hell yeah, bro. Hell to the yizah. E-mini's down 84. NASDAQ down 296. That's not that bad. I'm freaking muted. God, did you hear me say anything about you thinking about why would you want to get an investment property and then rent to Section 8? Well, why Section 8, bro? Why in the hell would you want to rent to Section 8? Why would you want an investment property? You really want that headache, bro. Are you joking? Please tell me you're joking. I mean, I don't want you to make a decision based on my opinions. It might be a white, you might, but you got to deal with repairs and tenants complaining, and I don't know. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It ain't passive income. Investment property is not, you have to grind and grind and grind for a long time and build up a lot of properties and then kind of like have people manage it for you and hope they don't fuck you. I would think long and hard about that one. I've considered it from time to time, and I'm like, why the fuck do I want that smoke? Why do I want that, especially in California? Well, they just not pay rent, and you spend a bunch of money evicting them, and they live there for a year. And it's like that movie with Michael Keaton. He rented a property. I forget what it was called. Jason will probably remember. And he just basically ripped the place, like ripped all the. He was doing that shit before it was vogue, ripping out all the pipes and appliances and shit. I have to start somewhere. Yeah. I mean, you're getting a little long in the tooth, though. I mean, I don't know. You do you, bro. I don't know. Why Section 8? I feel like that's the worst place to start. You're going to be a slumlord? Then you're better off just. I don't want to sound like that guy buying Bitcoin and when it's cheap. And then plus the housing market, well, that's going to crash, right? There is risk in real estate. You'll be fine long term, I guess, but it's there's no liquidity. If you need to be liquid, if you want to diverse your portfolio with invest land, there's nothing wrong. That's just not the kind of headache I want. Bro, Section 8 payments are guaranteed. I'm not scared of Section 8 because I lived in the hood for half your life. Tom, fuck you, Velez. No, so Section 8's guaranteed. What do you mean it's guaranteed? Section 8 just means it's cheap for the poor, right? But do they get money from the government? Does the government pay the rent? That seems like a Somalian scam right there. Does anyone else? Am I the only one that thinks it's crazy Gavin Newsom could be our next president? I don't know what his odds are, but why? I mean, California is the poster child of needs something different. That's why Trump won in 2016. The United States, everyone in the United States was sick of it, and they wanted something different. A lot of people use that excuse of why they voted for Trump. We need something different. California is the poster fucking child, and we need something to change. Yeah, like Dems don't have many. That's the thing. That's the most annoying thing. Like he has popularity because he literally has Democrats supporting him because of his TDS. And he just sits there and calls Trump a moron. And people think that's a reason to be president. Those people are idiots, bro. TDS people are idiots. You don't like him, fine. I get it. I get it. But to just absolutely lose your mind and vote in, and your entire reason to vote for someone is because of how much they hate Trump too. Oof. Ricky in the house. How you doing, brother? Speaking of someone with TDS and he would, I bet money that if it was Nance versus Newsom in 2028, this dumbass would vote for Newsom. Hopefully it's Hillary. I'm okay with Hillary being president. Oh, all you MAGA people that want to unsub now, go ahead, bro. I'm middle of the road. Landowner applies, they do an inspection. It's for proof they have slew of people on a waiting list. In Ohio, Section 8 pays up to $1,500 a month for 2-bedroom. So 4-bedroom, how much is a 4-bedroom going to run you on a monthly note? With insurance and maintenance and... I would say I would have to clear $600 to $1,000 a month minimum. And I'm talking out my ass. You need to become a Meet Kevin live stream course member. Maybe pay to go have lunch with him on his jet and get his opinion on it. I do not have any expertise in this area other than I know it's something I don't want to do. It would be cool to say I own a bunch of land and real estate and houses and no, I'm cool, bro. I don't want to, I'm not going to wake up excited to go check my bank account every month and see how much my net worth has gone up because I own a bunch of real estate. That's just not what gets me out of bed all bonered up is the stock market pumping and me owning stocks. I love that shit, bro. Love it. If I can take out the rest of my life, rest of my golden years, just making a bunch of money in the stock market, I don't need, like me, Kevin, I don't need to fleece you and get a bunch of advertising money and a bunch of bullshit money on a bunch of bullshit companies. I don't need to make $100 million. I don't. I really don't. In fact, you McLove it. You McLove Newsom for president. Flip sliding away. NASDAQ down 300. In fact, why do you got to say it twice, bro? We get it. Yep, you McLove it. Should have bought some hymns. Hymns could be reachievable to 30, blah, blah. Futures insanity has chilled. Futures are heavily manipulated by low liquidity, foreign selling, and lack of retail by the dip. Okay. He's just saying a bunch of big words like fucking AOC, trying to sound smart. Hence, I said in last night's video, I expect a recovery as 2.2% down on the Q seems overdone. Okay. 595 on the Q is a clear line today. Let's check in on that. Bitcoin, low key, pumping. This guy, yeah, it's below 595, bro. It's 595 is a clear line today. I would not be surprised if we break through and then get back to 600. I mean, you could still be right, but it's not looking good here. Fence sitting, chairs sitting. The key here, regaining 595 and holding it. If we can't hold 595, if we do, we go up. If we don't, we go down. Ugh. And it's 594. Bro. You're close enough. The bleed to 577 is yeah. Oh, let's make a bunch of obvious comments. This in fact, anyone is buying this new, my condolences, bro. Like if you're a new person that found the Meet Kevin course and you thought his little monthly subscription, at least you only get fleeced for a little bit. It'll take you about 1 to 2 months to realize it was not worth it. Or are you locked in? How to Meet Kevin? Let's see how much this. Who is Meet Kevin? A clown that loves a good pegging. Coupon too big to rig. Expires Wednesday. His coupons, bro. Always expiring. Lifetime access 1,700. Annual 12. Oh my goodness. Can you just buy a monthly or do you have to buy a yearly? Like I can't even choose. Oh yeah, you're fleeced one way or the other. You're fleeced. And this is like one of those ultimate fleece jobs. Well, why not just get lifetime access for $500 more? How many of these do you think he sells a year? 1,000? That's $2 million, bro. Itching for that alpha with all this red. We've been reading the poo-poo report, dummy. He hasn't gotten. The only thing he's done is fence it where the market's going to go. If we go down, it's going to get worse. If we go up, I think it's. Come on, this is stagflationary effects of a prolonged war are bearish. That's true. He's had 2 pieces of alpha talking about hymns, but there's really thinking it could go to 30. Just the fact that he talked about hymns means he is a little bit of alpha because that is in play right now. Everything else he said is ridiculous. It's goddamn ridiculous. In which case, the labor market should be able to resume, blah, blah, blah. Long-term dip opportunities on 10-year stocks. Medium-term payoff debt and even mortgages over 5. Yeah. I'm glad my mortgage isn't over 5. I expect lower rates than COVID by 2032. That would be insane. If he's right about that, that means you can buy a house and refinance it in like 5 years and be eaten. But what if the housing market crash? You'll be able to get it cheaper. You know? I don't know what's going to happen with the housing market. And this momentum may continue to flee from high-priced memory. CPI Wednesday, PCE Friday. Set trailing stops on gold and silver. Good way to just immediately lock in a loss. If you set trailing stops on gold and silver, you're going to lose. You know what? Am I just making shit up? I want to buy silver and set a 20% trailing stop. What percentage of the time will I get stopped out at a loss if I did this any time over the last 180 days? Trailing stops and stop losses are something that shillers will say on YouTube, Twitter to make them look like they're smart investors. I talk about all the time about your stop loss should be 0. If you're going to be YOLO dolo long in the stock market, trailing stops are 50-50 on whether they cost you money or save you money, bro. They might save you from like a 5 Sigma event or whatever, a 5 Sigma move or whatever they call that shit. But you should be invested in long term things. Like if you were invested in the stock market during 2008 and you own good stocks that made it through to the other side, that broke on through to the other side, break on through, and you continue to buy when it got cheap, you're doing just fine. Sure, you could have maybe got stopped out and had a lot more money to buy at the bottom, but your mentality, you would have been too much of a bitch. And then you would have bought, probably FOMO'd in after it was higher. I am totally putting myself out there right now. Grok might call me, might make me look stupid, but let's see. I think trailing stops are criminal. They should be banned. Stop loss hunting, stop loss triggering. Right now, it's struggling to connect to an API that'll tell it what it needs. Burning up all my daily Grok credits. Polygon markets. Why are we looking at Polygon, bitch? It's at all the places it needs to go look for it. They're probably charging like $200 a month to just have access to the API. All right, let's see how we're doing. Not good. NASDAQ down 280. E-minis down 90. 13% of the time. I feel like it should be higher. You would have been stopped out at a loss on 20 at 13%. If I did a 20% bracket, how much on average would I win or lose? Eric Thomas D2J1B in the house. How you doing, brother? Please follow you. Nah, I don't play that game, bro. I wish you all the success in the world with your channel. What I will do is take a quick look. Yeah, they don't make it easy. They don't make it easy, bro. To creep on you. Because I'm a creep. We'll see if your channel's worth. Oh my goodness. Is this? I mean, first of all, if that's you, I will follow you. Kidding. We know that ain't you. Oh, this chop. What the hell, bro? No one wants to follow your channel. Ricky might. I wish you all the success in the world, brother or sister. If you're a sister, my apologies. Let's go, guys. Let's go on Twitch. Let's go raid someone on Twitch. See if they'll make us a pizza. What do you think, Ricky? Oh my goodness. Grok disconnected. I paid $40 a month for this shit, bro. I can't even. Well, I pay $30 a month for this. And the other like 10 goes to not seeing ads on Twitter. Elon Musk did a poll, how many people have ever bought anything with a Twitter ad? It was ugly. And basically, I mean, who's Tom? Yeah, who's Tom? Has anyone ever bought anything from a Twitter or an Instagram ad or a Facebook ad? Bro, I hate ads so much that I'm almost to the point where if I see your ad, I'm not going to buy it. I'll buy your, like if I'm buying your shit already on Amazon and then you cram an ad down my throat later, I might look for a different brand. And then that one will just show up on my fucking. President Trump just said the FBI secretly seized election records. Sure. Who gives a shit? Democrats say we're cheating. We say the Republicans say they're cheating. Everyone's cheating, just don't get caught. The odds of the Democrats winning the Senate in the midterm surged to a new high of 47. I thought there was a guaranteed blue wave. 85% chance of winning the House. Who the gives a fuck, dude? As long as they're like that guy from Minnesota, fuck yeah. That guy's a fucking legend. I want that guy, him and Stephen A. Smith as his vice president. I would vote for that ticket, bro. An oil will surge at 200 barrels. Do not restrain. If you tolerate oil at more than continue this game, I don't know. We gotta reserve. Tom Lee buys a bunch of Ethereum. Idiot. Oh, this is worse than jump the shark at this point. Look at Pat. What's his name? Morita? Or the guy from Karate Kid, right? This show would probably be low-key racist today. He just said, am I dead on television? My God, they wouldn't let that on TV today. I don't know that I've ever played that game. You understand this photo, and then you've seen one of the best action films. I agree. We're using fathers to take a shot at Trump. Who cares? Oil price is back under 100. Relax, guys. We're only spending. Okay. The Somalian daycare shit is worn out, bro. Here's Q-Tip, baby. Q-Tip's the guy from A Tribe Called Quest no one got the other day. I love his voice. I didn't really care for that song, to be honest, though. Vibrant thing. The Dolphins are trading Minka Fitzpatrick to the Jets for a 7th round pick. What do you think, Jason, about paying $100 million to what's his face? I'm low-key brain farting his name. McDuffie. I don't know that he's worth $100 million, bro. The highest paid cornerback in the history of the NFL. I don't know if he's all that. He's not. He was a lockdown corner 2 years ago. Last year, he got burned a few times. So hopefully it works. Well, I will say, excuse me, I will say the biggest thing about McDuffie not having as good a year last year is we had no pressure we put no pressure on the opposing quarterbacks. So he was having to cover for a lot longer. When there's some pressure, under pressure, he could be a lockdown corner this year. You guys can pressure the quarterback. He'll be a lockdown, bro, and might be worth it. You're only as good as your weakest link, and Kansas City's weakest link was even as good as our defensive stats were. We couldn't get pressure on the quarterback, and we gave up a record number of third and longs. You can't win games when the other team's succeeding on 3rd and 15 100% of the time. Especially in critical situations. $7:25. Time is moving slow today, bro. How's Rocket Lab doing? This sucks, guys. Remember when Ricky was trying to get us into Sound Hound? Because it's going into the robots, Hyundai and all that? Ugh. Meet Kevin's the only person that's worse at picking stocks than you, bro. You like Moderna, didn't you? Well, how's your stupid ass Clove doing? No bueno. You're almost back to losing money on this one. Be in the stock for 4 years to break even? That sucks, dude. I don't want to see that for you. I want you to make money, bro. I legitimately want you to make a bunch of money. But we're going to have to change how you invest. We're going to have to change your strategies around a little bit. Rocket Lab holding up pretty decent. And I think this one will see the 200. I think capitulation's in the cards. In stocks. Can I be wrong? Sure. But I'm leaning, my thought process is leaning sideways or down with a little bit more emphasis on down. Bleeding down slowly to a capitulation event where I would put my money if I had to. I don't think any rallies will be sustained. I think they're going to be dead cat, bull traps. Who's Tom? Is this stream still live? I'm just going to sit here and, yeah. That meme has been hitting hard lately on Twitter where you look forward to the weekend, but then the weekend's over. It feels like it's over in 5 minutes. Weekends are starting to feel like a 15-minute break. It is, bro. I need another vacation, but I don't want to. I'm going to try and hold off to maybe like May. Usually I like to take one in March, but hold off till May. And then I wouldn't take another one in October. That's a long stretch, bro. A long, brutal stretch. June, July, August, September, 5 months. Oof. I need to put in the vacation though, because I like doing that Christmas thing. I want to get it locked in. So we can take, wow. You can take Christmas vacation during Christmas and get, the first falls on a Friday. So you only have to take, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days for the price of 4. Yeah, you take vacation during Christmas and New Year's Eve because you get 2 holidays. And you can usually stretch out you get longer time off for cheaper, technically. It's just a little bit of little bang for your buck. You can do it during Thanksgiving too, but Christmas is the peak. So instead of taking 5 days to get the 9 days off, you only take 4 days and you'll get 10 days off. You get a nice jaunt of being off for less time. There's pros and cons to everything, boys and girls. Usually Christmas Eve, they let you go early. So you miss out on that. If you take Christmas Eve off, if you stretch it into Christmas Eve. Oh, same with New Year's Eve. A lot of times they'll let you go home early. But if you took that day off, you lose a couple hours of free offness. And people are phoning at home anyway. So, pros and cons, everything, bro. But I like doing it. I don't hate doing it same with Thanksgiving. You take 3 days off and you get a week. Because you take, for example, Thanksgiving's, gosh darn it. Thanksgiving will be on the 26th. And you get the day after. So you could take 3 days off and get a week. But usually they let people go home early. Yeah, it's a couple hours generally. So I don't hate it. Maybe I can pull off May, October, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. I think I can. And then that's cool. I take a week off in October, get a week off in November, get a little bit over a week off in December. That's the alpha right there. That's what you come here for. Alpha like that, bitch. That's way better than anything Meet Kevin had in. That is legitimately way better than anything Meet Kevin had in his alpha report today. Jason, how you feeling? Are you ready to buy, or you're just not even thinking about it right now? Like, when do you think you're gonna re-enter the market, Jason? E-mini's down 80. NASDAQ down 240. Trying to catch a bid. What particularly struck a chord with you today on today's Meet Kevin Alpha, Ricky? Upon reflection, what in his alpha report today did you think, wow, that was amazing? Yeah, exactly. I know you're scrambling to pull up his little report and try and be cute. Take your time. We know what you're doing. I mean, it's already too late, bro. No matter what you say, you're already cooked. Because you took too long to look it up to try and say something was alpha. It grounded me. Okay. Just make some big ass comment. You were panicked, huh? You're no longer panicked? Not buying shit? Like, do you even, does a thought even cross your mind like things are getting cheap enough that maybe I might dip my toes into the water? Or you're just like, you're good for a while? I will say in my small account, I haven't even considered shit, son. I got some buying power over there. I got some buying power in my crypto account. And I can't wait to buy some Bitcoin, bro. I'll probably buy some Bitcoin in my IRA too, like a Bitcoin, one Bitcoin worth. If Bitcoin's 30,000, I'll buy 30,000 of an ETF. I'd be happy with that. Maybe two, bro. Bitcoin hits 30,000, I might buy 60,000 in Bitcoin. I would love for Tesla to crash to 200 bucks. I'll buy 1,000 shares of Tesla, bro. I wouldn't even think twice about it. And if it goes to 100, big fucking deal. I mean, if Tesla goes to 100 bucks, the economy's wrecked. It's wrecked to the point that if I still have 100,000 in Tesla, I'm not living on the streets yet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not going to be loving it. But there is someone give me a reason why the stock market is just going to blast off and continue to be what it has done for the last basically since 2008 crisis. You're a lazy reader, slur your way through the poo-poo report. 3/4 of the time I go back to read the report. Good. Trump announcement, of course. What about it? Oh, that's the reason the market's going to just take off. When's the last time Trump has ever made an announcement and the market went parabolic? Usually his announcements are a crazy buffet. Bitcoin, low-key, doing pretty good. Trump's announcements are usually nothing. What is going on? Here's 2018, a bad time. Here's COVID. Yeah, here's COVID. What's going on that this is going to continue to happen? It really becomes apparent if you look at it on the weekly. This is almost the end of the financial system as we know it. That barely looks like a pothole, bro. Potholes in my lawn. I don't think they played that song. Look at that one, dude. Here's COVID. That is what the. I don't even know how to evaluate. People should have been jumping off cliffs. High rises, 40%. I mean, I think this was worse, but it's relative. Einstein's theory of relativity. Actually, it wasn't worse, 26%. Here's another brutal one. We barely even remember this. Was this the tariff thing? 26%. Didn't last very long. I think it's not out of the question for this to happen, bro. 2030. Not be good for the next 4 years. And then we get back to here. Or maybe it's more like this. Just like. That's 10 years out, bro. That can happen. This can't continue. This can't continue. Can it? The market's already been irrational longer than you can say solvent. There will be now, this can happen if you're in the right stocks, but you got to bet on more high risk shit. You know what I'm saying? And be right. That's not easy to do. Like Rocket Lab. You have to bet on Rocket Lab and be right. I think Rocket Lab, high risk, high reward. Could 5x. I think this LWLG can be a 100x, bro. But can also go to zero. What are the odds LWLG goes to 0 versus going to a, I mean, if only there were a way to tell. We can go 2 years out. There's a 35% chance it's going to be a buck in the next year. There is a 35% chance the stock will touch a buck in the next year. And there's a 93% chance it'll be $9. It'll touch $9. That seems pretty high. Am I doing? No, that's a put. I need to look at this side. There's a 7% chance it'll touch $12. So 35% chance it's going to a buck. Only a 7% chance it's going to 12. Let's look at double. So we're going to have to do 16% chance. So the risk, the market, the put skew, which is bearish, is to the downside. High risk, high reward. This place could easily just go out of business. The economy takes a shitter. Data centers stop being produced. Just stop to a grinding halt because there's no money in the system. You know what I'm saying? This place could go out of business, bro. They can also get accumulated. That's a high risk right there. Amazon buys them and you only get a 2x on your money. Who the fuck wants a 2x on something like this? I don't. I need 10 bangers. I need 10 gram rocks on this one, bro. Minimum. I don't want Tesla XAI coming in and buying them for $8 and then that's it. I didn't risk my nutsack for a 2x. Are you kidding me? This fund's different. Duh. You mean this time, or what are you trying to say, bro? Markets were easy, everyone would be making money. It is killing me not to buy Tesla. I've been saying low key a lot today, and it's annoying me. I watched this YouTuber stream Rush yesterday for far too long. And it was the most interesting thing I wanted to watch over industry, which I've been talking about lately, but I'm getting a little there's way too much sex in that show, bro. I know, a lot of boobies, a lot of sex. How can that be feels a little forced. A lot of drugs. Just feels a little forced. Is it really like that? At a prop firm in England? Are they just all banging each other nonstop and doing cocaine? Maybe. Taking loads on the chest. The yappers? That sucks, bro. Monday. I sat there and watched this YouTube guy stream on YouTube. And he has he's German. So he has an accent. Typically, I enjoyed it. I loved it. In fact, I loved it. But he said low key too much. And now I'm saying it too much. And it's annoying me. I low key am getting tired of me saying low key. I think LWLG is going to go down. Maybe I should just get rid of it and buy it cheaper. Nah. Let her ride. Let the big dogs eat, right? NASDAQ down 160. We're trying to rally. Tesla's rallying. Chris in the house. Long time no see. Chris, you didn't chime in on my Tears for Fears video. Everybody wants to rule the world. You recognize that singer right there? I love this song. In fact, I love it. Video not available. She's even, you recognize her just from the dance and the clothes back there? Oh, recognize her? Come on. You know who that is. Gwen Stefani? No. Chris will know. I'll be disappointed if Chris doesn't recognize her. Yeah. Yep. She toured with Tears for Fears, bro. That was the biggest geek out nerd thing, bonerific thing I learned in the last week. I'm not even joking, bro. That looks nothing like Gwen Stefani. Yeah, very interesting. I hope she's getting paid. I hope Maynard's paying her good. I mean, maybe not front. Yeah, should she be getting paid as much as Maynard's getting paid? I mean, I would hope at least like 80%. I low key. I love it when she's singing. That song I really like. What is it? My favorite song on the album. My low key favorite song on the album. I love it because of her, and she's not in the song enough. She doesn't come in until the very last bit. Everybody. Normal isn't. Yeah. The song starts to bang when she enters it. Oh, we gained 595. Meet Kevin. Just how does he do it? How does Daddy do it? You know, the most annoying thing about that is if we hold 595, how we're going to have to hear about how he nailed it. He didn't nail shit, bro. It is holding my fib, but he'll say it's his 595. And I always say if we hold here, it's bullish. If we don't, it's bearish. I'm surprised we haven't hit the 200. I don't know if we're going to hold it. It's bullish. Doesn't mean it will be bullish. I'm pretty consistent. I say I don't freaking know. I'm betting the sideways and the downside right now. And I can be wrong. He hammered it. He hammered it, bro. He's just unbelievable how he does it. How does Daddy do it? How does he do it, bro? I'm waiting to see if there's signs to buy. I haven't seen it yet. I'd like to see a nice capitulation and then a continued capitulation. Like you think this is capitulation and then you really get some capitulation. That's what I want to see. I want to see blood in the streets. And I hate that, but we need a good red wedding. We do. It's right now it's all opium and Kool-Aid sipping. The bulls are Kool-Aid sipping, the bears are Kool-Aid sipping. I low key don't understand how you don't for him his credit. I low key didn't understand that comment. You know, the most annoying thing is some of you guys are gonna start saying low key too much, and it's gonna annoy the shit out of you. So you're welcome. I hope you say low key a bunch today and it just annoys the shit out of you. Ricky. Bitcoin has crossed 20 million minute. Who gives a shit? The United States is offering Iranian women soccer. Good. I don't think I posted this, but they refused to sing at the World Cup or whatever, and they're now under serious threat of being executed as treason. The Iranian soccer team refused to sing the national anthem or whatever, and they low key could be arrested and hung for treason now. That's just freaking crazy. Don't do it. Let's see. They will most likely be the K word. Give asylum. The U.S. will take them if you don't. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Mayor, this guy might be worse than Gavin Newsom. He's taken down the city of New York. California Democrats are refusing to drop out of the governor primary. Increasingly gets a Republican. Good. I don't understand. The Democrats are refusing to drop out of the governor primary. What does that even mean? Increasing the odds finally gets a. I mean, if they drop out, there's no Democrat. They're definitely going to get a. We're pretty stupid over here. We'll vote in. I think it's highly unlikely California gets a Republican governor. We're too many fucking weirdos over here with TDS. I will say the area I live in is pretty hardcore MAGA, but we're dwarfed in population when you look at the Bay and San Diego and LA, which are all not enough tampons on the planet, bleeding heart liberals or whatever that expression is. Hey, baby. Who is this? Who's Danny Ramirez? And who's this chick? Oh, is that Jessica Alba? And who's Danny Ramirez? Man, Jessica's getting that D right now, bro. Because right now she was up in Vegas getting some D from. She just getting a little young D. There's no way she wants to settle down with this motherfucker. He's too weird. Gavin Newsom is low key just doing the Trump strategy, talking. Yeah, your bitch ass was late. I said his entire platform is shitting on Trump, and that's a terrible reason to vote someone in as president. R.I.P. I'm getting way too much shit on my timeline about 29 years ago today. 29 years ago today, the Notorious Big died. Bro, in 5 years, Twitter's going to be like 77 months ago, 150 weeks ago, 4,312 days ago. Go fuck yourself. That was a little violent and over the top. It got Trump in, did it? Yeah. Peter in the house. How you doing, brother? Long time no see. We're getting pretty close. Are you painting roads yet? Free agency yeah, hell yeah, bro. What do you think, McDuffie? Is he worth $100 million? The release. I'm low key not even looking forward to the final season of The Boys. Soon you ready to be off nights? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love the McDuffie real deal low key. Yeah, keep it up. You're going to say low key way too much. I can wash it. And they gave him, he's the highest paid corner in the history of the NFL, bro. Highest paid corner in the history of the NFL. $100 million guaranteed. 124 million extension, 100 million guaranteed, makes him the highest paid cornerback in NFL history. You're just happy he's not with the Chiefs? He wasn't much of a threat last year. And it's not that he's not good. It's like I said, we didn't get pressure. It's hard for a corner. It's hard to be a lockdown corner when you can't pressure the quarterback. You've been playing the piss out of Arc Raiders. Ugh. Go play some Rust, bro. The Qs. The Qs. This isn't going to be a dead cat. Meow. Meow. Haven't done that one in a while. He was the best player they had. Not named Pat Mahomes. No, he was. He's low key one of the best players they had. He didn't have that great of a year last year, but again, I don't think it was his fault. We're thinking the Packers overplayed Charles Woodson. What somebody came through. 100 million's a lot. Sure, Sam Darnold's going to come back now too. If that rumor, Fargo season 1, this is the definition of peak television. The whole team was down last year. Our biggest problem, hands down, low key Kansas City's biggest. Everyone, I'm so annoyed with Twitter and all the idiots. They think we need Kenneth Walker and a run game. Yeah, sure, we can. A good run game will help, but we have to fix. Have to fix our defense and offensive line problems. Mahomes was running for his life too much, and our defense was getting no pressure. Our defense gave up a record number of 3rd and longs in critical situation. Like, it was ridiculous. 3rd and 15, first down, and they ended up scoring. Some of them were some bad penalties, but I'm not, you know me, I'm not going to, don't put yourself in a position to lose a game because of a bad penalty. Some go your way, some don't. Cowboys are trading for Packers. So we got to fix our ability to get to the quarterback. And Chris Jones, love him. But he, thank God he renegotiated. He didn't do very well last year. Karlaftis, they paid him. He didn't get to the quarterback last year. That one guy, I can't think of his name right now because he's got a weird name from K-State. He got injured. We have to get a defensive lineman that can get to the quarterback, an edge. I don't know how much was guaranteed. Oh, Charles in charge. The chick from Charles in Charge died yesterday. R.I.P. Last great generation before all the pussies were born. Gen X, definitely. Definitely. The market's tank another 5%. Trump will serve us Iranian tacos. That's a weird comment. Chiefs going into free agency in no particular order. Edge. Where's Edge? Defensive end. Yes. That's. Do you ever have a camera like this? I sure did. Where's the linoleum? Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Anyone know what song I'm doing? Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Cory Booker to unveil bill to make $75,000 in income tax free. Hell yeah, bro. That would be amazing. It'll probably be something like 70. If you make 75 grand, you don't pay taxes. Between 75 and 95,000, you're in the 75% tax bracket. And you end up, if you make 100 grand, you end up paying more in taxes than you ever have in your life. It's all a fucking shell game, bro. The Unknown Forest, where Home Depot sources their 2x4s. I have bought some 2x4s at Home Depot, and it's hard to find some good ones. NATO says, has again intercepted missiles headed to Turkey. Ah, there it is. Take on me. Take on me. Oh, time to go to work, boys and girls. Time to go to the salt mines. Time to go to the grind. Tesla low key. Trying to bounce. E-mini low key. Trying to bounce. E-mini down 47. NASDAQ low key. Trying to rally. Only down 111. Is this one going to hold? Or is it a dead cat? Put a 1 in the chat if you think it's going to hold. 2 if you think it's a dead cat. Hit the like. 1, it's going to hold. 2, it's a dead cat. Hello, Bueller. All right. 1, Chris thinks it's going to hold. The Bitcoin bottom in, Chris? Is the Bitcoin bottom in? How low is Bitcoin going to go, bro? Is the Bitcoin bottom in for the year? How low is it going to go, bro? Take on me. Dun, 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 dun. Is anyone here? 5 viewers. All right. I just want your Bitcoin bottom end prediction so I can get off the mic. I still think the bottom's in. There you go. Let's load the boat. Beep, beep, beep. All right, everyone. Have a great